The law of polarity is the 7th universal law in a 12-part video series on the 12 universal laws or the 12 spiritual laws of the universe. And if you missed the first 6 videos on the other universal laws, then go to my channel Carolina Sherman and there will be a playlist where all these 12 laws and videos will appear. Over the upcoming weeks I will release the other 5 videos on the other 5 remaining universal laws, so that we have a total package, a 12-part series on this bigger understanding of how the universe works by diving deep into each universal law. And this video is about the law of polarity. But first and foremost, a big welcome to my channel. I'm Carolina Sherman and I'm a business mindset coach who helps entrepreneurs like you to apply the universal laws to your business, to speed process your growth by doing the internal work first. I have a coaching program called Business in Alignment that can help you to apply all these principles step by step so that you don't need to guess and hustle, but that you can operate from a place of total confidence in the process. And with the law of polarity, we have to understand that for every bad, there exists a good on the other end of the spectrum. Over the years of our existence, we as humans, we used words and labels like hot and cold and tall and small and light and dark to identify differences. There would be no cold if we weren't able to point out warm or hot as well. If we didn't have identified these variables, we wouldn't have the notion of temperature in itself. There would be no poor if you weren't able to point out rich. You can't have one without the other. It's never one or the other, because when you rule out one, then the other doesn't exist anymore or has no meaning anymore. And this is something very, very important to know regarding to manifesting and trying to create your dream life from your current situation, where you might be at right now. You might be at one end of the stick or the scale or the spectrum, and you want to get to the other end of the stick or the scale or the spectrum. And when we are talking about being rich, you're also talking about being poor. You are talking about the stick of money, where there are a lot of variables. And this law states that, in fact, these opposites are simply different manifestations of the same thing. And you might be at one end of the stick, wanting to get to the other end of the stick. You know, a lot of times we are so frustrated with where we are, like on that lower end of the stick, and we want to eliminate where we are, and we wish it wouldn't exist. We wish we could erase it. But when we look at the law of polarity, we know that we can't do that, because when you eliminate one end of the scale, you immediately eliminate the other end as well. So you have to love the whole spectrum of the scale, the bad, the awful, the better, the best, because the best wouldn't exist without the awful. So from a universal perspective, it's very important that you acknowledge and appreciate the sides of the scale where you are, in order to find and to reach over to the other end of the scale. If you want to be part of the stick, even if it's on the other side, you need to be totally okay with everything that's on that stick, because otherwise that stick wouldn't exist. This is a very important lesson. It's very interesting to see this law of polarity in this way. It brings us more insight in how manifesting and creating our dream life and dream business works. We can't succeed without failing. Failing is at one end of the stick and succeeding is at the other end. And in order to get to the other end of the stick, we need to go through some failures over and over and over again until we reach the middle and are able to get to the other end of the stick of success. But when you are over here and you fail and you fail and you fail and you give up and you say, oh, this is stupid, I can never do it, who am I kidding, I give up. Boom, then you are getting right back to the less desired part of the stick, to failure. You need to be okay with failing. You need to trust that you are going in the right direction and to go in the right direction of success or riches or health or thriving business, you need to keep a positive mindset. Positive vibrations and positive thoughts will keep you in the direction of improvement. This positive mindset will keep you towards your goals and desires on that other end of the stick. And negative thoughts and negative vibrations will turn you around and move you back to the direction of the undesired end of the stick. You need to love every failure because you know that you are failing in the right direction. You are failing on purpose because you know that in order to get to success, you first need to fail some more before you end up on that other end of the stick. This law is so empowering. If you keep on reminding yourself about this law, you can keep on going and keep your mindset positive. At the moment, I just recently restarted doing sports. And in the past, I've suffered from adrenal fatigue and I've always felt that sports really wasn't my thing. But since a few weeks, I've restarted doing sports. And this law is very empowering and giving me relief in the process. I need to know and understand that I'm on one end of the stick of doing sports right now. So right now I'm on the lower end of the stick with all the people who don't have a lot of muscle memory and who don't have a lot of muscles yet. And I know that my body needs to get used to it. And I also know that I'm on this variable scale of this stick, where at the under end of this stick is a sporty spice version of me with a lot of muscles. And when I first started out a few weeks ago, I immediately got discouraged because my body wasn't reacting all chipper and good to the exercises I had been doing. I felt extremely tired and my blood pressure was low and I saw black spots before my eyes and all symptoms that would convince me to stop doing the sports and go right back to the extreme unsporty end of the stick. But now, when I look at the law of polarity, I know that these symptoms are very normal on this side of the stick. And as long as I keep enjoying the process and as long as I trust that I'm on my way to the sporty spice version of me, as long as I keep thinking positive and keep taking inspired action that feels good with a positive mindset and positive vibration, then I'm constantly moving closer to the sporty spice version of me. Will I feel bad sometimes in the beginning? Yes, I should be, because I'm on this end of the stick. It's normal. I should give a party every time I feel bad, because every time it reminds me that I'm moving up closer to the tipping point, right in the middle, where I feel extremely fit and energized and sporty spice. And this is the same with money, results in business, and everything that you want to create. What a beautiful, universal law to keep in mind. So tell me, what sticks are you climbing to the better end? And what sticks are you already at the better end of? Let us know in the comments down below. I'm very curious. And if you found this video helpful or inspirational at all, please leave a comment, like this video, share this video, give a thumbs up. It helps to spread this message so you can have an immediate impact on other people's lives as well by doing this one small act of liking this video. It helps the algorithm of YouTube. You help me, thank you. And if you would like to stay updated on my new videos, subscribe to this channel and hit the notification button to receive a message when I post a new video here on YouTube. Thank you for watching, keep watching, and see you in the next video.